do you want to stay in London?
I don't want to stay in London because it's super expensive.
No. I'm talking about instead of going to Egypt.
Yep, I want to stay in England.
Yeah, kind of too.
That's terrible. You guys are terrible.
I said that to Keegan.
But that means we're back to having no job.
And no place to live.
Right.
Could apply for asylum.
And no. I don't understand why you think that's going to be a thing, but it's not going to be a thing.
You could also, we could find jobs, maybe. I don't know. But yes, I do want to stay.
Yeah, I said that to Keegan before we got here. I was like, I have a feeling once we get to London, we're not going to want to leave.
Why? Well, I mean, you haven't even seen anything yet.
True.
Except for the airport and this hotel.
But I've heard a real life British person.
Oh God, that's
I lived with a real life British person. I lived with one for a very long time. Isn't that called
your great grandmother?
Yeah. You even quoted her yesterday.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You don't remember?
What'd you say? Karen Michelle.
No. No. She said that sometimes. When we went to the money exchange. And money exchange is so easy. You take what you have, you go up, you get what you need, you sign the little thing.
Need. No, you do not get what you need.
Okay.
They give you what
they're going to give you for that amount.
Right.
But anyway it goes, it's a really simple process.
Usually.
It's like minutes and you're done.
Done.
And there's no haggling or whatever. But because of all the pandemic and the social distancing, it takes a little bit longer. It just takes a little bit longer. But there was this woman perched at the counter with her luggage while the rest of us were in line. The two men ahead of me did their thing. And the woman popped in between the two guys. Like she just jumped in line and asked a quick question and then she went back to her luggage. And the first time she did it, I kind of gave a nasty look, apparently, according to my son.
It wasn't a nasty look. It was, if she does this again, I'm going to leap on her and rip her head off.
It wasn't that bad the first time. It may have been that bad the second time. And it was definitely that bad the third time. So she keeps like jumping the line and she's like haggling with the woman about the price or how much she needs for this amount or I don't know. But she wasn't waiting in line and there was a rather long line behind me.
Yeah, the line was long enough that when Keegan went to look to see where you guys were in line, she didn't think you were in a line.
Oh.
See, I didn't know that.
You weren't over there with us. We were where the party was.
We saw you.
We had the bags.
I could see you guys.
Right.
But
you could see us.
But I didn't realize that you were that far away. Because I looked over and I was like, oh.
So there was one point when she's on the phone and the woman says to her, "Are you going to buy the money or not?" And she's like, "Well, I'm trying to figure out." She's like, "You're on the phone. Move over so that I can take care of this lady because she was next in line and you keep jumping." And when when I got up to the counter, the lady said something about patience. And I said, "Well, my grams would always say," and I quoted my grams, her little saying.
What's the saying?
You
can't tell the people that there's a saying and then not say the saying.
She always would say, "Patience is a virtue. Possess it if you can. Seldom in a woman, but never in a man." I don't know where it's from.
I think that's sexist.
I think you're right, and it's probably true.
I think that is not appropriate in this day and age.
The woman laughed.
She did laugh, and it made her...
She probably heard it before.
She probably did. I mean, she's British, so... But it helped her be a little calmer and a less pissy because...
Did she give you any more money?
No, but she didn't charge me both of the fees. Because it was supposed to be a something fee for each currency because I was exchanging two different currencies. And she didn't charge me both fees.
So you got the hookup.
Yeah.
Because of your little anecdote.
Yeah.
Your little
But, you know, that's what you have to do sometimes when you...
Break out grams?
Well, break out the kindness and the courtesy because customer service people get treated like shit. And it's not fair. They gotta deal with these stupid ass people all day long.
You know, you're one of the ones that you're the stupid ass people.
I know. That's why I'm trying to make her day a little
you said,
bit lighter.
You made it sound like you were separate from those people.
I
It's
used to
like,
work customer
we are
service.
those people.
I was retail for years and years.
No,
So
I'm talking about being the customer.
I know.
Being, you know,
And that's why I'm always
being
trying to
the
be
served.
a courteous customer because I know what it's like to be on the other side of that counter with assholes on the other side.
Well, I guess we have to
So wait, it gets better.
wait. There's more.
There's more. So
Wait a minute. Before that happened, we had an event.
yeah, there's more.
Continue.
So we decided to come to London. No problems on the flights. Everything was sweet. They took all of our luggage. We chose to keep our backpacks and that's it. They took everything, which made the going through the airport smooth as silk. And
We're almost hands-free.
yeah, it was lovely. And when we get on the plane, the first plane, it was super comfortable. The second plane was super comfortable. I booked an apartment before we left Chicago. Paid for it in full before we left Chicago because when we arrived in London, we had to have this, what is it called? A form, like a form where they track you.
It's for COVID.
And you had to have your address. So I had all that situated before we even boarded the first plane. We get our luggage.
Which we didn't have to have. They tried to make it seem like you needed 48 hours before you arrived in London, and you kind of don't.
No.
Because what if you didn't have a hotel room before? Because that's what they were doing in where we were standing after we came out from baggage claim. You might get the hotel room right then. You may not have had a hotel room prior to coming into the country.
Right.
So you wouldn't have been able to fill out that form anyway. And if you don't have it, like if you filled out partly, you can always go back and finish it later.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to have it. They made it seem like this got to be done right this second. It's like, no, kind of didn't.
Well, there's also the thing where I was very tired. But I also didn't realize what time we were arriving in London, and our check-in.
You said you didn't realize, or you didn't.
Like I thought we were.
You looked at the ticket, and
Yeah.
that was our departure time.
And I didn't see as the arrival time.
But it couldn't have been departure time because it said
20:45.
20:45,
Uh-huh.
8:45
Yep.
p.m.
That's what the departure said.
Yeah.
No, but that was departure from Toronto to London. Yeah, it was
So-
all departure. There was no arrival
So
time.
I just looked at the time on the ticket and I didn't look to see how long the flight was or whatever. So I didn't realize that we were going to arrive in London at 8 a.m. And our
7:35.
check-in wasn't until 3 p.m. So I had called the company and said, hey, can I get the owner's phone number so that I can see if we can check in early? We got the luggage. I called the person. I left a message. I checked my emails, and the dude canceled our booking while we're getting the luggage. He canceled the booking that has been paid in full. I don't understand. So now it's going to take 3 days for us to get the money back. So I had to do a hotel really quickly for 3 days before we can go to someplace more comfortable and hopefully more affordable.
Oh, I would have no problem staying here.
Except for we can't afford it.
Right. Well, we don't know. You don't know what the day rate is.
I do know that for the
traveling gnome is slipping.
I didn't book it. I just went to the girl that you sent me to. And
No, I just said that they do hotels. I didn't say you had to book it through her.
Well, we needed some place because I was going down fast.
See? It
I
told you
had
the traveling
slept-
gnome was not traveling well.
Normally, I sleep on the plane. I have no problem sleeping on the plane.
You stayed up all night is what you did.
I stayed up all night. I pulled an all-nighter like I was reading a book.
And you weren't reading a book.
I wasn't reading a book.
I did that too, but I was watching the Chappelle show.
I was watching the We're Here with Bob, the drag queen, and Eureka and Shangela. So I was all in. I watched the whole season.
This was not good stuff. I'm sorry.
No.
Neither one of y'all did because how'd you both feel yesterday?
I started falling asleep when we landed.
Right.
I didn't fall asleep until
And apparently I have future telling sleep because I was falling asleep when we landed, and then I was falling asleep when
the guys came to get us.
when the guys came to get us to come.
Yeah.
You even said
Go to sleep
and we'll get there faster.
They'll be here to.
And then I started falling.
I'll wake you up in about
Yeah.
2 minutes when they come.
I was starting to fall asleep as soon as we got here in the car. So
Yeah, man.
that wasn't cool.
I slept the on and off sleep, but I slept probably as good as I would have as I was going to sleep on a plane. I didn't try to stay awake. I didn't turn on any movies, which they wouldn't have kept me awake anyway. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, I watched Birds of Prey.
okay, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Don't watch it.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
I don't know what that is.
Oh boy,
We'll talk
you
about
are
it in a
like
minute.
you are so lacking in your pop cultureness.
Yeah, that's true.
So is that so? Where are we now with our trip?
So now we're in the
Talk to the GoFundMe people out there.
now we're in the hotel. We have to get a place for the next 12 days?
Well, yes and no, because we have to find out first, do we have to stay for 12 days? Like, can we get on the next flight if we could get the passports done, or just make the appointment sometime in these 14 days?
Yeah.
Can we do it? That's the question. Can we even, like, they've got many rules about what you can and can't do. Getting a passport done is not a thing that you're supposed to be able to do while on quarantine.
I don't know.
And getting a positive or
Having
a
a
negative COVID test done is not a reason that you don't have to quarantine either.
Yeah, because we have negative COVID
Right.
tests. We
We
had
had two of them.
2 COVID tests 2 days in a row to make sure that we had the documentation we needed to enter
To go into Egypt.
Because they required one.
Which we're going to need another one.
Right. They required the 72 hours prior to arrival. So when we took our first one on Monday, it would get us into England, but then
No, we didn't need it for England.
No.
Because we had to quarantine for 14 days. That's
If-
why I said that.
Only
that
if we were
didn't matter.
staying.
What are you talking about? No.
If we were transferring through, we
No,
didn't-
transferring through, you didn't need it for anybody.
Right. So
Because you weren't coming into the country.
there's a big whole bunch up in the air, but the children's passports are going to be $130 each to get new ones. Plus, we have hotel or Airbnb or whatever it is we
Some
find.
place to stay.
Yeah,
Some place to live.
yeah.
And the bad thing is, like, if we'd have gone back to Grand Rapids, it wouldn't have made our stuff any better.
No,
I mean,
no, it would not have been better.
we would have had washing facilities and we would have had food without real much a whole lot of hassle. Things like that. But it would have still it would have made we would have still spent a ton of money just trying to stay there.
Yeah,
So it's like, when given the opportunity to go forward or stay where you are, the forward looked a lot better.
yeah,
Because at least we're forward. We're closer. We're 1 step closer, 2 steps closer. And don't know. We have to make new decisions.
We'll make them.
Well, yeah, we'll make them, but I don't want to make it be, what do they call it? Sleeping rough.
Yeah, I don't want to be homeless either.
Yeah, no. There is that.
Yeah.
So, I hate that term, sleeping rough. Frickin' people from England that are on the other side of that door. They're out there.
Lurking.
I can feel them.
If you. Paper.
If you want to follow the Traveling Farrs, you can find us at the YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, iTunes, Spotify, or wherever awesome podcasts are sold for free at the Traveling Farrs. If you like the Instagram or the Twitters, you can find us at Traveling Farrs. If you like the email, which she checks, travelingfars@gmail.com, and the blog space, which needs to be used more, the travelingfars.blueberry.net. No E's in the blueberry.
Don't forget to become a patron
Where?
at patreon.com/thetravelingfars.
Awesome.
You get
Join
benefits.
the other patron
Yes.
in being a patron.
They're lonely and they need friends.
We need community. We
Yes.
want community.
Be
We want your voice to be heard.
Be a part of the conversation.
Make this possible, and so I can get a new C500 Mark.
Okay, listen.
3?
No.
2? Is it 2 or 3 now?
I need a C500.
No, we need a place to stay.
I know, but the patrons don't care about where we stay.
The patrons
The
are
patrons
to fund
are
the podcast.
they're funding the podcast.
The GoFundMe
Is helping us
is
live.
helping us live.
Y'all got that right.
Yeah.
So you can do both. It's
This
fine.
this podcast is made possible by viewers like you.
Oh, did you grow up on PBS?
Of course I grew up on PBS. What are you talking about?
I did see
Were you allowed to watch commercials?
what was the film about the Will You Be My Neighbor?
Mr. Rogers?
No, I
No,
think the name of
I
the
think
film
it's
is Will You Be My Neighbor?
Yeah.
Or is it...
Be My Neighbor.
It's something neighbor or neighborhood. I can't remember. But Tom Hanks
It's just
plays,
not Jim Neighborly.
Tom Hanks plays Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
I haven't seen it yet.
You should watch that.
Okay.
It really is good. And you should watch the
Documentary about...
documentary about him,
Yeah.
because if you watch the documentary first and then watch the film, then it becomes really eerie.
Like how good
I'm not
Tom
telling you.
Hanks is.
I'm not telling you. Just do it. Just do it. It's like you'll be watching going, no, what? Is he possessed?
Like, who did you say? Oh, Robert Downey Jr. as Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, he does a good job with it.
And Jamie Foxx as
Okay,
Ray.
Jamie Foxx just became Ray. That's not even a...
Also, they look
He
alike.
literally becomes that man. He looks like him, acts like him. I mean, he looks like a young Ray. Like at the time, he looked like a young Ray.
Oh, question. Is the Joaquin Phoenix Joker the Joker for the new Batman?
I don't think the Joker's in the new Batman. The Riddler's in the new Batman. The Batman.
I don't remember the guy's name. Edward from Twilight. That Batman.
Yeah,
Robert
the
Pattinson?
Batman.
Yeah. I
The
know.
Batman has the Riddler.
I know his name.
But, of course, he has a Joker. Is that Joker the Joaquin Phoenix Joker?
Why do you think he has a Joker? He doesn't.
Batman always has a Joker.
No, he does not.
Yes.
In the Dark Knight, he's not there. He comes in the second one, and he's gone by the third one.
That's only because Heath Ledger died.
No, the Joker is not there. He's comes in at the end of the first one,
And then is in the second.
and he's in the second one, and he's
And
not
then
mentioned at all. The character could have
then
been
it's
mentioned. I
Bane.
think they said, if anything, he's in Arkham. No, the Joker doesn't have to necessarily be there. He could still be alive, of course. He doesn't have to be there.
I know, but there's always a Joker. Like, even if he's not in the movie, I'm saying, is that the Joker that they're trying to tie in?
Oh, I don't know if they're trying to tie him in.
Because I thought that's what they were doing.
Because they have no reason not to even... I mean, they have no reason to exclude him. It's not like he's dead.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was looking up the thing about Mr. Rogers.
We already did the paper. We're supposed to be going right now.
What are you talking
We're
about?
supposed to be gone.
No.
We're not even supposed to be here. This is like... It's like podcast purgatory.
Podcast purgatory.
Yeah.
How? You are not being...
Because we're supposed to...
You're not even being held
We're
down.
supposed to be gone. I am by this couch. We're supposed to be
The
gone.
couch, you are holding the couch down.
No. The couch has made it impossible for me to stand. I'm gonna have to roll off this thing.
You know there's a new Dune.
Yes, I saw
Did you see the old Dune?
No.
You probably want to do that.
Okay.
And then you probably want
I
to
saw-
watch Jodorowsky's Dune.
I saw that Jason Momoa is in the new Dune.
He is. And,
There's like four
what's
other
her
really
name?
famous people in
What's
it.
her name? Spider-Man's love interest. Zendaya?
Which one? Zendaya?
Zendaya.
Yes, her.
I think she's in it
She's
too.
in it. She's Mary Jane.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's in it. And
Somebody else.
there's quite a bit.
There's
You have to
a
understand.
few.
You have to understand. Picard was in the original Dune that came out in film.
Really?
Yeah, there's usually a lot of big named actors and actresses in that film because there's a lot of big parts.
I gotta
Is that
watch
all we
the-
got? Is that it? That's it for today?
You're hungry, so.
That's
I
it.
am hungry
We-
because
that
my
was it
breakfast
before-
was not. Huh?
That was it before we did the paper.
What was it?
The podcast.
What are you talking about?
We're over time, man.
We're not over anything. We're under quarantine.
But
We got nothing but
We're in
time.
London, baby.
We're supposed to.
We're
do
in
the paper.
we're in London in a room that doesn't look Londonish.
It doesn't.
It looks like every
You know
other.
what? It kind of does, because as soon as I walked in, I was like, this kind of looks like the room that Mr. Bean was in, and his window looked directly into the brick wall.
But it does. It looks like every other hotel room. It doesn't look special or.
Except for the gentle lavender wall, as you put it.
It's gentle.
No closet, no
No room. No place to put a thing.
nothing.
It's just a bathroom and a bed.
It's actually kind of sad as far as hotel rooms go.
Yeah.
Sadder,
All right.
Sadder
Well-
than Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale was a little bit bigger,
They don't even have a microwave.
and the Miami was
No refrigerator.
okay, right?
I was alright.
That one
Looks like you need to go on the hunt after you order food.
Yeah.
All right, say goodbye to people.
Bye, people.
Say goodbye to people.
What the hell was that?
Told you we were hungry,
What
and
was
she
that?
ate. She had a whole plate of food.
I didn't eat the whole plate of food.
But you had a whole plate of food.
I
You had
ate-
no reason to not eat those eggs.
Yes, I did. They were gross.
Oh God, they were British eggs.
They were disgusting. They were powdered.
They were British. I'm sorry. They were English breakfast eggs.
They were disgusting.
Why?
They were cold and they were powdered.
Oh God, you and the cold things. Cold is what they are.
No.
What's the problem? They
Eggs
were
are-
warm when they came out.
The only cold egg I'm eating is an egg salad or a
Yeah.
hard boiled or
Yeah.
deviled. But I'm not eating cold scrambled.
The only one I'm eating are the three I named.
But they're all the same. It's all a hard boiled egg.
That's it. I'm out of here. I can't take no more of this. We'll try to be back next week. Hopefully we'll be in a place and we will still be okay.
Hopefully.
Peace. Get on it, man.
Again.
What we eating?
Ah!
Where the food at?
Good
We'll take that.
Lord. Oh my God, so much pain. Oh.